Hello, everybody. This is Copeland Academy, and we are going to start building our Slack clone. Right. So, the first thing that we want to make sure that we have for this project is make sure that you have your Node.js installed. Make sure you have cloned your repository. Right. So you can see that I have a cloned repository here called YT Slack clone. I have a previous video inside the project setup for the motion course, so you can check that out inside the channel, and then you see how I created the new repository right here. Then you clone it into your project so you can see, right? In case that is a lot, you can simply just use your terminal to create like a bunch of stuff. So here I'm simply going to cd or change my directory into the desktop, and then I could say something like make directory YouTube projects, just like that, right? And then I can cd into the YouTube projects, just like that. And I can create, so I can say mkdirl slack clone yt, right? And yeah, I can just cd into this slack clone yt and do code dot just like that, and then you see the project open up just like that, right? But we don't need all that. Like, I don't need all that in my projects, so I might as well just delete it. All right, cool. So wait, hold up. I so I'll just remove all that stuff. Yeah, so YouTube projects are good. So it's not there. Okay, clear, exit. Okay, cool. So now that we understand the two ways to initialize the projects, what we want to do next is we're going to select the package manager that we are going to use, right? I am personally going to use Bun to manage my packages, like for this particular project, because it's fast and that's what pretty much works well with my PC without crashing it and whatnot. So yeah, Bun is what I recommend, and that is what I would be using, right? You can simply search for the Bun docs on Google and then come to the documentation, and just based on what you're using, right? Like based on whatever you're using, whether Windows, Linux, and maybe sometimes your system might not support um Bun or Node.js and whatnot. So you might want to use Docker or something. Yeah, you can do that right here by following that. But I am using Linux currently, so I just have to copy that and then paste it inside my terminal right here and then install. But I don't have to do it because I already have Bun installed. Once you're done, you can just check for the version. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I can just check for the version. Yeah, you can see the Bun version. So Bun V, right? You can see Bun X V, just like that. You can also see that right there. All right. So let me clear that. Oh yeah, mistake. Yeah, let me clear that. All right, cool. So now that we understand how to work with our Bun, let's go ahead and initialize our Next.js project, since that is what we are going to do, right? So we are going to use Bun in this situation. So we can simply just take this, copy that, and I'm already inside the YT Slack Loom project. So I think it's actually safe to just delete the README, right? So that you don't experience any weird stuff when you're trying to work with it. And yeah, so Bun creates next app at latest, right? Because we wanted to install the next app inside the current directory that we are in, I'm just going to give it dot slash and I'll hit enter. And then that should pretty much, yes, use the recommended defaults. Yes. Okay, cool. So you can see that we have our Next.js product initialized like that, and then you can see that because we use Bun to initialize the project, you can see that it is all the dependencies with Bun right here. All right, cool. So this is it. Before this this needed a lot of methods to get done, but now we do not need any of that because you know, most of the tools have been made so easy to initialize these days. It's crazy. But yeah, this is fire. Next thing is we want to be able to install our ShadCN UI inside our Next.js application, right? So that we can simply use these reusable components inside the projects, right? So we don't have to rewrite or reinvent the wheel a lot. Okay, so first thing we want to do now, you can just like pretty much just create a new project and copy it, or initialize it from there. But I don't think I want to do that. So I might as well just like I'll just take this command right here. Right now, I'll copy that. But yeah, at this point, we just want dependencies to install. Then we can just like continue from there. Right. So um I think it froze. So let me just do it again. Okay. Yeah. Um Let me quickly pause. And then once it's done, we just continue. Great. So we have all the dependencies being installed. So the next thing is we paste our command that we had copied, right? And we just hit enter. It will ask us like a bunch of questions. And then we just have to answer that. And yeah, we should be good to go. And just clear this. Yeah, terminal. Zoom in. Okay. All right. So we just select Radix. Um, I really don't know. I think we should select Nova. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what Nova looks like. Yeah, this is Nova. Let's see. Yeah, I think we should choose Vega because Vega gives us pretty much um everything. Yeah, yeah, the best option is to choose Vega. Like it just gives us everything moderately, and then that is what we want to go for. So let's go back and then choose Vega, just like that. Yeah, enter. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And it is installing the dependencies. Yeah, and we should be good right after. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, great job. All right. So what we want to do next is we want to install all the components, right? So that we don't have to keep doing it every time. So what we are going to do is we're just going to say ban x shadcn at latest. Shadcn at latest. And then we just say um add or, right? I think that's a correct one. Yeah, I think it's correct. If we are not sure, we can simply verify how to add or shad cn components. And then you see that it is there. It says what? Hold on. It will display, yeah, add or just like that. It's the exact same thing. Yeah, right here. Exactly. So it's checking the registry, and you can see that we have this right here, updates in the files, and we should have the components in the UI folder. And you can see we have all the ShadCN UI components in here, nice and clean. Now, what we want to do right now is we want to launch our project. So you can just run run dev just like that, and we should see. So I'll just hold control and click on the localhost 3000, and we should see the local server, the dev server initiates or initialize just like that. And you see that we have our template Nextjs. So let's first of all go into our app folder. Let's go to page.tsx just like that. And let me just increase the screen, minimize the terminal, and see. So you see we have this right here. We can simply get rid of everything in here. Hold on. And get rid of everything in here. Hold up. Yeah. Good. Yeah. One sec. I wanted to get rid of everything here, but it looks like I am facing some issues with the screen and how it works at this point. Hold up. Yeah. Um, Let me simply restart the window. Yeah. So let me pause and bring back the projects. Then once it gets back, we just finish. Okay, so I just restarted the window, and you can see that it's right here. We can simply just get rid of the image and just do a div right here. And yeah, okay, I think it's okay, it's here. All right, then we can simply add a hello Slack, or uh hello Plan Academy. All right, so you see that we have that right there. And let me bring that up one more time and do our run dev just like that. And that should start our app. So we can simply just come back and restart the server. Great. So you can see that we have that right here. Just to see if our ShatCN works, we can try to add like a bunch of styles, right? So yeah, let's do this. Let's just apply this auto complete, and then you can see that it changed the stylings right here. We can increase the fonts. You can just say text what to Excel and text Emerald 500 just like that, and then take a look. You see, or text rows. Let's use rows so you can see. All right, good job. Okay, so now we know that our Tailwind works. Let us see our chat CN and see if it works. So let's import a button. Yeah, it's imported from chat CN just like that. And we can say, click me to open. To open just like that. And let's take a look. So we can see click me to open, nice and clean. Now, if we want to understand something about ShatCN, is that the components that we have, right? The components that we have inside here are editable, right? It's not like it's in some Node.js. It's not like some Node modules or something that you can touch. This is actually in your project, right? So you can use it and use it for, like, you can edit it and use for pretty much anything that you want to do with it, right? So let's say, for instance, this is the button.tsx, right? So we can you can add a variant, you can see that we have variants right here, right? So we can add a variant. So let's say, for instance, we want to set a variant to be like, oh, primary. So we want to say primary, right? So primary, then we set it like this, right? Or let me not use autocorrect, right? I don't want us to use autocorrect. Let me just do something. So BG rows 500. Yeah, something like this is fire, right? Exactly. So something like this. Wait, I need to refresh. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we've added a variant, but we've not actually implemented it inside the page. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know why I forgot that. So we just come add the variant, and then once we try to select, you can see that the one that we had added has appeared here, and then we can use that. If you like, you can change it to. So look at that. Oh, it says what? Um. Oh yeah, right. So let's go back, and then you see. It says. No, there are no more errors. Yeah, so look, you see, if we like, we can change it. Like if we like, we can change it and use slack, just like that. But if we use slack, it means that that particular variant should be called slack, right? Just like that, and it should still work. You see? Perfect. So this is pretty much it for setting up our Slack clone project with Next.js, Shatcn, and Bun, right? Yeah. So since we understand how Shatcn works with our Next.js, and we understand how to set up our own Next.js project, then we can move on to the next one.